Hello, I'm Chris Sparrow with the BBC News. President Biden has unveiled his flagship infrastructure plan, describing it as the biggest investment in American jobs since the Second World War. Mr. Biden's $2 trillion package plans to modernize roads and bridges and promote climate initiatives. The plan, which needs approval from Congress, is likely to face fierce opposition. Here's John Sopel.
Republicans are likely to balk at the tax implications. President Biden is saying that those earning more than $400,000 will pay more, and companies would see a hike in corporate tax rates. But opposition could come from the other direction too, with progressives on the left of the Democratic Party complaining that it doesn't go far enough. President Biden is unlikely to be deterred, stressing instead how many jobs this will create and appealing over the heads of Washington lawmakers to the wider public.
The French President Emmanuel Macron has put mainland France back into lockdown for 4 weeks from Saturday. In a national televised address, he said all but the essential shops would shut, people would be asked to work from home, and from next week, schools would close for 3 weeks. Hugh Schofield is in Paris.
The French have 2 days to get themselves ready for a month of more inconvenience. The president said that over the Easter weekend, the ban on movement between regions in France will be temporarily lifted, and that's expected to trigger a big exodus from Paris and other cities, much as the first lockdown did a year ago. President Macron said that if all went well, then from May, the end of the tunnel would begin to appear as mass vaccinations began to take their effect and the first openings of cafe terraces and some cultural venues could be planned.
The executive director of the European Medicines Agency says there's no reason for countries to limit the use of the Oxford-AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Emma Cook was speaking after Germany suspended its use of the jab in the under-60s because of concerns it could cause rare blood clots. Mr. Cook said the vaccine was safe and the benefits of taking it far outweighed any risks. At the trial in the United States of the white policeman accused of killing George Floyd, the court has been shown distressing video of the encounter from police body cameras. The officer, Derek Chauvin, has pleaded not guilty. Here's Lebu DeSecco.
There was a body camera expert. He works for the Minneapolis police, and the footage from all 4 officers that were at the arrest scene of George Floyd, showing George Floyd in quite high levels of distress. Time and time again, you hear George Floyd begging for his life, pleading with the officers. And I think that is what the prosecution will have wanted to achieve here, to have the jury leave at the end of the day with that footage in their mind.
World News from the BBC. The number of coronavirus deaths in Brazil has hit a new monthly high, with over 60,000 people dying from the disease in March. That's more than double the previous record. The surge has pushed the health service to the point of collapse and has seen support for President Jair Bolsonaro plummet. The imprisoned Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny has said he's going on hunger strike because he's not receiving medical help. In a statement issued through his lawyers on Instagram, the opposition politician said he wanted Russian law to be observed and for a doctor of his choice to come and treat him. Vitaly Shevchenko has more on Mr. Navalny's statement.
He said his severe back pain is getting worse, so the basic painkillers that he was being given in jail are clearly not working. He claimed that he was being subjected to torture through sleep deprivation. The jail said that Mr. Navalny is being provided with proper medical care. As for being woken up, the prison service said that the guards are merely doing their job, checking that all inmates are there.
The Afghan Health Ministry says female staff have told him they're prepared to risk their lives to continue a polio vaccination campaign. The programme was briefly halted after 3 women were shot dead on Tuesday in Nangarhar province. Saudi Arabia's national airline, Saudia, has appointed its first woman board member. Sarah Al-Sahaimi was previously the chair of the Saudi Stock Exchange, the largest in the Middle East and North Africa. She is a graduate of Harvard University. Germany, the 4-time winners of the Football World Cup, have been beaten at home by North Macedonia in a qualifying match for next year's competition. The visitors, who are ranked 65th in the world, scored an 85th minute goal to win 2-1. And that's the latest BBC News.